broken, the unspoken. We can't heal if the wound is open. If you find the ways to see your heart is bleeding, the cry is ignoring the world. When the wrong and the pain in life I get to see it. To gain for their own benefit. Be strong, be brave. You're too far away from the grave. Stand tall. We are here. We don't know the spirit of fear. We will overcome. Yes, we will overcome. We will overcome. Yes, we will. We will overcome. Yes, we will overcome. Yes, we will. Liberia, when will we stop being the inferior? Our wonderful children stripped of their innocence. It feels like no one hears us sing. Your heart is bleeding. The cry is ignored when you are ill. When the wrong and the pain and lies are kept to see. To gain for their own benefit. Be strong, be brave. You're too far away from the grave. Stand tall. We are here. We don't know the spirit of fear. We will
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, men and women. Welcome to Attorney Commander Galpohkpa Chesson Talk Show. Today is Saturday, November 20th, 2021. The Democrats are happy this morning. They're rejoicing because Joe Biden's $1.9 trillion spending bill was passed last night. Now, we look forward to it going through the Senate. We know it's going to be a hustle, but we hope that Senator Joe Manchin and all the Democrats in the Senate will stand on one footing and vote unanimously to pass Joe Biden's bill. We also see that Kyle Rittenhouse is free, not guilty on all charges. Who's to blame? Not me. Ahmaud Arbery case, the defendant and the defense team are trying for a mistrial. Why? Because the defense attorney is crying that there are too many black pastors in the courtroom. There is a lynching by black pastors. He ain't going to stop that. This will not cause the pastors to stop attending the trial. The judge has denied that motion for a mistrial more than once. What have the pastors in the church or the courtroom got to do with lynching? They are there to send a message that we want justice, that all this killing of black people got to cease and desist. We want justice. Not only for Ahmaud Arbery, but for every black person in this nation. We want justice. People can't just go around killing black people with impunity. We want justice. We want the rule of law. And we want the impunity to stop. We want reform, police reform. Nobody's saying they want to do away with police. How will we do away with police when we need police? But we need reform. We need our police to conform to community policing as never before in this country. We need our society to grow out of hate, to grow out of greed, and into a more wholesome, functioning American society. We wish the same thing for Liberia. But it can't happen in Liberia if America will continue to support the warlords, the war criminals, the economic criminals and rogues in Liberia, giving them billions of dollars and expect Liberia to change. Liberia will not change. So let me start my topics for the day. My topics for the day are: Alexander Cummings commits to keeping the Alternative National Congress, ANC, political party in the Collaborating Political Parties, CPP. 2, when thieves cannot explain themselves, the National Election Commission, Thermometers, saga. And 3, Liberia deserves better. My first topic: Alexander Cummings commits to keeping the ANC in the CPP. We heard him talking during This social event they had for him with Yosemite Way. She put it up where L.A. Cummings is somewhere in America. I think that was Georgia, with his supporters. He was being questioned. And one of the questions they asked him, do you still want an apology from the other members of the CPP for castigating you, for saying that you tampered with the Constitution when you say you didn't? Elliot Cummings said he wants an apology because his character has been disparaged. His character has been attacked, maligned, and he wants the leadership of the CPP to apologize to him. And I want the question they asked him. His supporter asked him, the way the situation going in the country, do you still want an apology from the CPP before you can work together with them? He didn't answer that question. He didn't answer that question. He didn't state whether or not he wanted his apology. So he stepped over that question and he stated that he's keeping the CPP, he's staying in the CPP. Why? Because Elliot Cummings states that ANC is making the case to Liberian people while remaining in the CPP. What case? What case are they making to the Liberian people? Because if he wants an apology and the people not giving him an apology, nobody talking about him giving Elliot Cummings an apology. So he knows that is nonsense. Now he's saying he will not leave the CPP because he's making his case and he will stay in the CPP. What case are you making, Elliot Cummings? What's your case? You don't want the apology. You're not getting the apology. You step that question. So you don't want the apology no more. You stay in the CPP. Then you got to conform. You got to submit. But you cannot have your cake and eat it too. You cannot say you're making your case against the other people, saying you want an apology, bringing all this confusion in the CPP, and yet you're saying you don't want to leave. So it's indicative of the fact that ANC cannot leave. ANC cannot survive on its own without the other collaborating parties. So it is clear that all this thing Elliot Cummings is doing, he and his supporters, is bullshit. It's pure bullshit because in the end, it's clear that he cannot leave the CPP. So you got to reconcile with the people. You got to reconcile with the people. And it has to be done now because Joe Boyka is in charge. And if Joe Boyka got to take over this party and lead it into a better state of organization, a better state of politicizing the interests of the partisans of that group, Elliot Cummings got to submit and stop the foolishness and stop the bullshit and conform. So you know now, nobody going to apologize to you. You know now, you can't survive with all the other members of the party. You know now, you have created such a mess that it is not in your best interest. And you come in and telling your people now the realism of everything. You cannot leave the CPP. So this is where we are. So I don't know what kind of case Elliot Cummings is making in the CPP. I don't know how strong this case is in his own behalf, but it's just for the shows that this man does not stand a chance. This man is creating havoc when the CPP should be coming together and uniting for the purpose for which they want to come together in the first place, to win the 2023 election. So Elliot Cummings got to stop all the foolishness. Elliot Cummings got to realize that he cannot go about it by himself. His party will fail. And if he has come to the realization that he cannot make it on his own, he's not getting the apology he wants, he got to come to the table and sit with these people and work with Joe Boca. And it's better done now than later. While he's in America, plans got to be put in place so when he returns home, the ball rolls and the bullshit stops. Okay? So let me take a break and I'll get into my next topic. This morning because there's not really much to talk. There's not really much to discuss. I've already finished my first topic. Elliot Cummings can't make it with all the CPP. So just to end it right there. Usually, because there's no way you go through all these things. The first with Boca, the first with Ure, the first with Nomli Kanga, the first with Darius Dillon. Then you come and say, in the end, that you got to work with these people. You got to come and say in the end that you're making your case and you stay with the CPP. So what's your case? And it all boils down to the problem we're having in our country today. Now, here we are, the NEC people went and bought all these thermometers, 20 thermometers, when they could have paid $100 or $200 or $300 for one, they went and paid $182,000 just to lease thermometers. Can you imagine that? Then now they come on Spoon TV and they ask them, what's the name of the thing you bought? They can't even get the name of the thermometers. He said it's a smart device. Smart device. My watch is a smart device. But I know it's Rolex. My watch is a smart device. I know it's Citizens. My watch is a smart device. I know the name of it. So how would these people buy thermometers if they don't know the name of it? And what is even worse, when they try to deceive the Liberian people after they have stolen our money and cannot even name the instrument they bought, they want to come to deceive us further and tell us that a thermometer will be able to tell your temperature and also tell whether employees come to work or not. Are you fucking kidding me? A thermometer will be able to tell you whether people come to work or not. I mean, this is the kind of deception these people carry on to our Liberian people. And they think they can come and we in the United States of America, where these things are made and sold, you will come and lie to us and tell us you bought a smart device, you can't even name it. Then you tell us a thermometer will tell you whether employees come to work or not, whether trainees are present at work. How would that do that? How will a thermometer do that? So here we are. We're caught between the rock and the hard place. We got all these criminals in our government, in our country, leading us. In America, giving these people billions of dollars to destroy our country some more. How you get rogues and murderers and criminals billions of dollars to lead a nation? How you do that? Now they come and talk about it. The Liberia can't live up to the MCC. How will we live up to the Millennium Challenge program? How will we live up to that? When we got all these damn rogues in our country, people stealing for little or nothing. And the stealing is so blatant. US buy thermometers and tell us that the thermometers will tell you when the people come to work or not. Are we dumb? Are we that ignorant and stupid? But this is what we got for leaders in our country today. This is what we got for honest men and women in our country today. Our leaders are criminals. These people steal little or nothing, ripping our country off of everything we own. Then they tell us they're buying smart devices. And we in the United States of America don't know any better. These buffoons in Africa telling us that a thermometer can tell you whether people come to work or not. Can you imagine that? Then they ask them, tell me the name of the thing you bought. Smart device. Yeah, everything is smart device. The people can't even tell you the name of the thermometer. This is the disgrace to our country. People sit down there and just steal. How can our country survive? How can we make it through? Stealing. There's nothing for us. All the ministers got schools. All the ministers got colleges. How can Liberia survive, man? How can we survive with all the criminals we got? The people steal so much that they don't even know what they're stealing no more. They just steal to steal. They cannot even name the things they're stealing. Can you imagine that? People stealing and buying things and can't even tell us the name of the things they're stealing and buying. My country is dead. But America keeps giving these people billions and billions of dollars, and they know these people are rogues and murderers and Ellen Johnson's children. And they keep giving them money. They keep giving these people our wealth and resources and expect them to make changes in our country. Expect them to lead us to better pastures. Expect them to stop killing our people. But these are things that bother me and keep me up because I know better. I know better. If my people don't know better, I know better. And the more I try to bring it to them realistically, bring it to them realistically, in the true fashion that I see it. They want to dwell on other things that are not so important to us. But we can't go on like this. We can't go on like this with all these rogues and thieves and petty criminals in our government over us. This is just one agency. This is just one agency. And the people stealing that, lying to us like that. So this is where we are. It hurts. It hurts to see our country dying like this, to see everybody just coming in our country and just stealing. The government officials steal, the middle people, workers steal, the poor people steal. Everybody just stealing, stealing. Everything is just stealing, stealing. Then we wonder why. Look at our country. You write Liberia, you can't write Liberia. No mailboxes. Nobody got mailing addresses in Liberia. How we mail people? Our system screwed up. The country screwed up, and the people still stealing. That's why I don't understand. And we have no accountability in our country. How will we develop our nation? How will we change things in our country? How will we make anything function in our country when everybody in our country ain't nothing but damn rogues? How? How? Let me take a break, then I end my topic for the day. Because the more I talk, people don't want to hear that kind of thing. People want to hear Prophet Keaton talking that stupid thing. They want to hear politics instead of how we can change our lives and set ourselves on a better standard of living. Set better systems for us to survive by. But we're not ready yet. When we get ready for change, we listen to change. But change got to come from within all of us, not only the political leaders. The political leaders can set the temperament, but we got to want the change in us. Okay? So I'll be back. Let me come back and end my class for the morning. Take over. And integration thing for over 170 years. We have been behind this nation building thing for over 170 years. If we can't get it right now, we can't get it right. We can't stop the stealing now. We can't stop the stealing. We'll steal forever. We are corrupt and we can't stop it. We're still corrupt forever. So all of this is just a repetition of seeing where we should be in our lives. Because there's no way we can keep repeating the same thing and just going in one ear and coming out the next. Something wrong with us. So until and unless we find out what the problem with the Liberian society is and discuss it and address it and try to change it, we're fighting a losing battle. So today is the 20th of November, 2021. The year is almost over. What have we got in store for next year? As I end my class this week, I will not be on tomorrow. A new week starts Monday. What have we to account for our lives and our society? The same thing? The same rogues would continue to consume our lives, our society, our energies. The same rogues from time immemorial. What have we got to say for ourselves? Think about it. And when we meet on Monday, let me know. Because my country cannot go on like this forever. Something is wrong. Something is wrong. And until and unless we come to our consciousness to find out what is wrong with our country, how we can fix it, and listen to sound voices like Commander Chesson voices. Listen to voices like Commander Chesson guiding us on the path to a new dispensation. true revolutionary zeal to change our country and our people. Listen and follow. I told the Commander Chesson. Have a good day. My class is done. Check yourselves before you wreck yourselves.